What up? It's your boy, the Incredible Man. Yes, I am back at it again, and this is Fire Force Season 2, Episode 6. And man, it was good. It was so good at times, and then at times it was just, I guess you could say. Let's get into it.
I don't think I do it good, no, I think I do it great. They would do it if they could, they can't do it so they hate. Everybody wanna look, but nobody wanna play. Stealing eyes.
All right, man. This episode, like I said in my intro, it was good. It was very, very good at certain times, and then sometimes it just veered off all into left field for me. So it was the conclusion, like I called it, of everything that's taken place so far in season 2. The evangelists decided to retreat because they've pretty much accomplished their goal, and all of the Infernos have been killed, so they really don't have anything left to do. Haumea and Arthur's fight was really not going anywhere, and Haumea signaled the retreat, so everybody started to retreat. And we see Shinra still trying to stop Charon from taking Inca, and it really was like, I guess you could just say beating the horse. I guess I'm trying to find like the right phrase or whatever, because Shinra kept making these comments, about trying to save Inca or come with me, and at this point, Inca's gone. Like, she is gone. She was gone before we even like seeing that she really had any powers in the series, when she was just introduced as a regular rogue thief. She was gone then. But she was a little understandable. Now she's like just out there, because what she's doing is not making any sense, if you catch my drift. Now we see that this episode that Haumea issued the retreat, and Inca decided to go with them on her own. Shinra brought it up plenty of times that she could have been escaped if she really wanted to, but I guess she was just there trying to figure out what she wanted to do. So she decided to just stick around. And when Shinra mentioned that she could escape, she escaped. Or she broke free of her restraints. But she didn't leave or go with Shinra. She decided to stay with the evangelist. And then she had like this whole vision like S thing where she like, well, I can kind of see the future with my powers, like not like the actual individual future, but she can kind of see what's going to happen next. And she was like, well, if I go with them, I'll still have a life. And it showed like a nice happy picture with a bunch of bright colors that she was sitting down, she was enjoying life. And that's not what she wants. Sure, she's going to have to pay for her crimes, and she even mentioned that fact, but that's not what she wants. She wants chaos, destruction, and that has to do with what I said last week, the pillars. There's something really wrong with all of the pillars, even Shinra, because, but it just happens to take a different turn for Shinra, because, his brother ended up being kidnapped, his mother ended up turning into a demon infernal. So, the crazy part that turned everybody else into murderers turned Shinra into a hero. And Inca decided to go with them of her own free will, and Shinra was just heartbroken. And I wasn't heartbroken, but I was upset, because even if she didn't decide to go with Shinra, she didn't have to go with the evangelist. She could have left. She had the power to stop them, let's be real. Well, except for Haumea. She couldn't touch Haumea. She saw that Haumea had, like, okay, well, I can't fool with her. But she had the power to escape on her own before they met up with Haumea. And she didn't. She just decided to go with them because she wants chaos and destruction. She even saw the future part a little bit where if I go with them, I'm going to be hurt. Stuff is going to happen. And it showed her beat up, battered and bruised, and missing her eye. So this is what you want? And I'm only thinking that it has to be the Adola Burst that's kind of making her crazy like that. And because she's a pillar, I don't know. That has to be the only thing. We know she's a little gone to begin with, but I think that just kind of pushed her over the rails a little bit more. And she decided to go with them on her own. And then Panda tried to stand up and save her, thinking that, hey, well, you guys killed my brother and you took Inca, give her back. And he's up here, she's like, yeah, sure. Panda, no. And then all of a sudden she just snapped, and she started to use her powers, and she saw the start, goal, finish line thing. And dude, she killed this man, a friend, matter of fact. She killed him and let him she set this man on fire, and she left him there to die. And then I get Shinra aspect of not wanting to tell Obi and everyone else, because when he got back, he told them, hey, she was taken by the evangelist. She was not taken by the evangelist. She left of her own free will with the evangelist. I wish Shinra would have saw her kill Panda. Because then he's still looking at it as the fact that she could possibly be safe. She can't be safe. She's gone. She is off the risk. Sho is different. Sho was kidnapped when he was an infant and warped and they changed him. Inca is a fool. Well, she's not an adult, but she's fully conscious and she knows exactly what she's doing. And she killed this innocent person. That's what I'm talking about this episode, where it kind of just shifted for me. And if you guys know anything about my channel and seen any stuff that I talked about, I have no problem with like a particular character just mother upping and killing people and stuff, because I love my boy Ainz Ngo and from Overlord, and I see no wrong with Tanya the Saga of Evil. I mean, these are characters that I can get behind, and I'm okay with them committing the atrocities that they've done. But this, she had no reason to do what she done. She done it just because. I don't know. That's I guess that's the part of the episode that kind of really just veered off for me. And then we see Shinra talking to Obi and telling everybody, well, she decided they took her. No, they didn't take her. She left on her own free will. And then we have Shinra telling everyone, we have got to get more information because we literally know nothing about what's going on. And then Arthur tells them that, well, there's 8 more pillars. Well, there's 4 more pillars because there's 8 in total. And Shinra was like, well, we have to get more information. And Victor was along with Shinra. And then this episode, we see that all of the other squads are behind the 8th squad. And they're even helping them minimally, I guess you could say, because like they can't really get involved because so much of politics going on with their company and where they're located and stuff. So they can't really get involved, but they're going to help as much as they can. We see Juggernaut from the 2nd squad. We see Princess Ibana giving Victor information. We see a couple of people from the 4th squad helping out as well. So like they're getting help from these other squads, but it has to be minimal. It can't really be so much to where it's noticeable from the people that's behind the scenes that's running everything, because then it may create more problems and confusion than what it's worth. But I love the fact that all of these squads are helping individually. And we also see that Victor is still kind of in contact with Joker. And I'm getting to the point to where, like, I know we can't fully trust Victor, but he's starting to open my mind a little bit because he hasn't really done anything. He's still in cahoots with Joker, but we don't really know what's Joker's motive actually. So they could actually be good guys, but just going about it a different way, because we all know that Joker isn't with the Evangelists. He's not with Fire Force, but he has a plan. That's what I don't understand. Like we need more information, and the Fire Force need more information, because we're all flying blind here. And that's what we end this episode up is we see them taking the journey that we see in the opening, where they're on the ship in the middle of the ocean and they have to go outside of Tokyo to the Chinese peninsula, and they're hoping to get more information on the Adola Burst in that area. And Juggernaut went along because, the 2nd company decided to help, but also because he's from that area, but not that particular area. But he's going to give them hindsight about maybe some specifics of the area. So now we're going on a voyage. We're going on a journey with the Fire Force company that's kind of mashed up of troops, but I feel like it's going to be epic and I can't wait to see it, man. And we still had Tamaki's lucky lechery thing happen this episode, and Vulcan is a fool. He's like, I can see straight through. A lot of but that's all this episode, man, and I really enjoyed it, except for the part with Inca. And I feel like at this point, yeah, there might not be any saving to her, man. This is really incredible, man. Don't forget to smash the like button so you can't smash it anymore. Comment down below and I'll be sure to respond to each and every one of them, and subscribe, but only if you really want to, man. And remember that anime matters, anime is greatness, and anime is life, man. Peace out.
I cannot complain because today, I'm doing my thing.